Hello everybody, welcome to your first music theory tutorial in this huge series. My name is Caleb Curry and I will be your teacher for today and hopefully every day. And I know I sound pretty ridiculous right now, but I'm kind of sick. But when it comes to sickness, ain't nobody got time for that. So we're going to get started. I'm using this piano here that on this iPad I stole from my school. Just kidding. It's not from my school. Okay, it is. But anyways, I don't even know what to say. Basically, we're going to get started. I'm going to say what music theory is. My name's Caleb Curry. I already said that. Follow me on Twitter. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for upcoming series and videos. If you have any questions, post them in the comment section down here or wherever it is 20 years from now. And I will try to address them in a comment or a video or something. So, I may add a question and answers video onto this somehow. Okay, but basically, music theory is the study of how music works in time. So we'll figure out how chords work, scales, frequencies, and all kinds of cool junk, and how sound works, and also why songs sound good, and we'll get into composing, ear training, a bunch of other cool stuff. So it's going to be pretty fun, and I'm glad you're here. So to get started, we work with a piano, or keyboard, whatever you want to call it, and you can see the different keys here, and the sounds interact with other sounds in ways to create nice sounds. For example, let me start here. Here's a C chord. Sounds good. Basically, after this, you will definitely understand pop music pretty easily. And although we're using a keyboard, it doesn't have to be a keyboard. For example, one second. Here I have an acoustic guitar. Each one of these frets is the equivalent of a key. So here's C, which on a guitar is right here. And if we move up to this black key, it's the same thing as sliding down one fret. Or up one fret, I should say, because you're going up the board. This will work for any instrument. We will get into reading music, and I'll teach you how to read rhythms, all kinds of other sweet stuff. But this is mainly helpful for pitched, specific instruments, such as we can't just play random things on here. We have to spell out certain chords with our formations of our hands. Same for keyboards and other instruments. So this is going to be pretty fun. Now, I do have two boards here. Basically, I was going to use this one, but then I realized how puny it was. But it's not that bad, so I decided to put it on bigger board and use my little tablet. Genius, I know. So if I have all my main stuff will be right here. I may put a couple pictures up here for illustrations, and I'll write anything I need to up here, but I probably won't. I'll probably just leave an advertisement up there. So we write music on a 5-line staff, and each one of these represents different pitches, and you will write notes on each line. And although you do not have to learn music while writing it, that's what we'll typically do, because that will allow you to be better musically, as in you can be a great musician without reading music, although it limits what you can learn and what you can work with. Now, writing on the staff is fun and all, but it's more important about how things sound. So I will be teaching you how to read music, but it's not necessary. For example, you can be a great piano player without having an idea of how to read music, and there's a lot of people like that. So we're going to study the sound and the interaction of certain notes. And a note's just like that's a note, that's a note, that's a note. It's a term you can use for a lot of things, such as that's how to draw a note, although people use it a lot for a bunch of different words. So anyways, sound is basically a vibration in the air, and then that vibration reaches our ears and we interpret it. So the way the sounds vibrate and reach to our ears affects how we hear them. For example, a low-pitched sound, which sounds like that, vibrates very slowly compared to a high-pitched sound. there's only 8 notes. We use A through G. And then we also have things called accidentals, which are sharps, flats, and other things like that. But those aren't that important. The accidentals are the black keys, usually. And these are the white keys, usually. Yes, always, pretty much. So, we're going to study these different types of notes, and although there's only 8, it goes up the keyboard 80. There's 88 keys on a typical keyboard. So for example, here we have a G. Let's see if you can see this. Here we have G1, and then here we have G2. So the reason they're both labeled G is because this G vibrates twice as fast as this G, and that's called an octave. So yeah, that's about it for now. So be sure to follow me on Twitter and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you later. Oh, and by the way, all these videos will be available in a playlist on my YouTube channel, Caleb the Video Maker 2.